Hey guys, this is just a very brief video on a very simple cooling hack for your VRMs for anybody who wants to reduce the heat of these components without doing anything exotic like modding their case or installing a VRM water block. And essentially all I did was I took a 60 by 60 by 10 millimeter Acrylic Tape fan and I attached it to the back of my case with some 3M double-sided tape, which is very cheap and readily available on eBay. And as you can see, it doesn't move or rattle around. It's very sturdy, and if you want to remove it, just pull and apply a little force. Now, one reason why you might want to consider a 10 millimeter height as opposed to something a little thicker like 15 or 25 is because it might interfere with a radiator or additional fans that you might want to install. Now here's an example of a fan which is about 25 millimeters in height. It's a Cougar 120 millimeter fan, and as you can see, because the other fan is very thin, it does not interfere with this fan, and therefore I still have the height clearance I would need if I want to install a radiator, which I do plan to later when I do a little water cooling on my GPU. Now lastly, a lot of these fans are extremely loud and extremely whiny. Definitely the smaller you go, especially if they're at a high RPM. And here's an example of another one on eBay that runs at about 3200 RPM, and it'll be very loud and very audible at that speed. So if you wanted to reduce the noise, buy one of these, which are essentially fan extension cables with a voltage reduction on them. So it'll take your fan down from 12 volt to 5 or 7 volt, effectively reducing the RPMs. So my little fan used to run at 3000 RPM, which was extremely loud. It was the loudest fan in the case, even though it was the smallest one. And with one of those attached, now it runs at about 1500 RPM, and now it's in line with everything else. So yeah, I hope this video helped anybody who might be considering this, and that's it. Peace out.